this for a second, but we have some people lining up. We're going to be taking questions here in a moment. Oh, or maybe not. We'll take your questions. If you have questions for Jeff Nelson, All-Star related, World Series related, his career, just general opinions, or Al Kaplan, the umpire related, baseball related, doesn't matter. We welcome all questions. But staying on this Roger Clemens throwing the piece of the bat at Mike Piazza, because it absolutely fascinated me when it happened. And I've heard his explanation. I know Roger. I mean, he still claims that.
I honestly think he didn't know. Piazza didn't know where the ball went. It went foul down the first base line. He threw up and in, he broke the bat and went flying out at Roger Clemens. I don't think when Roger picked it up, I don't think he had any idea where Piazza was at the moment, because Piazza didn't know where the ball went. All of a sudden, he hit the ball, and he didn't know where it was going, and he decides to run at the last minute because he's like, well, I don't know where it is, I better run, and it wound up being foul. And I don't think Roger knew where Piazza was, because he didn't start out of the box till late, and then it just so happens it goes right in front of him. So that's I'll stick with that story.
Hey, and I have the same thing. When I saw it, I thought it was just a reaction. It's like when somebody throws something at you, and you don't like it, you pick it up and you throw it back. And I agree, I don't think he had any idea where Piazza was at the time. It was just that when he realized it wasn't the ball and he realized it came from the hitter, whatever it was, he was going to pick it up and just throw it back or throw it off the field, Because lots of times they do that. They'll pick up things and usually they throw it the other way. But that's just a reaction, and you can't help when it's a natural reaction like that.
As an umpire now, the scene occurs, and it was just weird. It was an intense game, an intense moment. It always is. But as an umpire, nothing to do there, something to do. What do you?
Well, there's always something to do because the perception again. Because even though I might react and say that looked like a normal reaction to me, and it wasn't intentional, he didn't actually hit him with the bat. So as an umpire, I'm not going to take any action, but I'm going to be aware of the fact that we've got a situation that's going to brew, and it's going to boil over somehow. It might be tomorrow night. It might be later in this game. You never know. But in a series like that, especially if it does happen in the playoffs, you always have to be aware and put in the back of your mind that these two have a history now, and you have to be aware of that.
Yeah. All right, so we do have some people lining up. Real quickly, just got a bit of news worth passing on, seeing as we're here for the All-Star game. But more moves made for the National League and American League rosters. Grant Balfour, Greg Holland now named to the American League All-Star teams, and Brian McCann joins the National League team. Freddie Freeman inactive for the National League, so McCann takes his spot. Bartolo Colon and Hisashi Iwakuma are inactive on the American League side, and that opened up the spot for Balfour and Greg Holland to join the team. So we've had them two announcements like this already today, so the team's still taking shape as we draw ever closer to the first pitch of this year's All-Star game. We also have some folks lined up. If you have a question for our panel, step on up and you'll get a t-shirt for participating. Go ahead.
All right, what's your name? Where are you from?
Joe from Florham Park, New Jersey. Who was the toughest hitter you faced to get out in your career?
The toughest hitter.